Hello friends. Now let us take up the third program in our ETT 50 block, ETT 3. This is Excel Students Grading Report. In nothing but Excel Students Mark Report with grading. Through this project, you learn and master tables, labels, apply complex formulas, and experience basic automation. Even though it is our third project in this blog, while writing this program, you think like a professional, and at the end of it, you feel like a professional. This is my assurance. This is not my power. This is the power of Indianized organic style. That you have to understand. And hereafter, you experience that either in programming tasks or in real life tasks. The basic organic habit is you must have 100% clarity over the task or 100% clarity over the destination. If you have 100% clarity over the task, you never have any distractions in your journey. That point always you remember. That's why being a learner, what you are expecting out of this program and all that, you write the table manually. Manually, by that, everything will be clear. Actually, if you see this table, there are 7 columns, namely name of the student, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, total mark, average mark percentage, and grade. Okay, now if you are interested, then you give some random marks to the students and all that, and calculate total marks and calculate average mark percentage. For grading, certain parameters we are going to give, and according to those parameters and all that, you calculate the corresponding grade of every student. Then you can have 100% clarity over that. There will be no distractions. That is a very, very good habit. Being a learner, you have to write on the paper. Once you become a professional, all these are registered in your brain. You need not write on the paper. Of course, some few complex points are there and all that. You make a scribbling. In the previous program, ETT2, we created a plain data set. Thereafter, we transformed into Excel table by using Control T command. By that, we learned the basic features relating to table. In this ETT3, we are learning advanced features and you get practice for that because this is a very important tool. That's why you should have perfect practice over that. Actually, first the command, as you know that, first you create a plain data set, thereafter Control T you apply and transform it into table. Thereafter, you can find a feature that is automatic formatting. You can find banded rows that like zebra lines and all that. Automatically your table gets a professional look. Third one is header filters. On the top you can see triangular filter buttons are there. Then those are auto drop down. Those are useful for two purposes. One is sorting data, the second one is filtering data. Now it is not required and all that. Then whenever we require in future programs we use that, then the auto drop down buttons can be used for sorting as well as filtering. If you don't want them right now and all that, you can remove them using Control plus L. Capital L, you press, then you can remove that. Now, by creating table, which advantages we can derive and all that, auto formula fill. Actually, there are, let us say, 100 rows are there in one column. In the first row, you apply a formula. You apply a formula and thereafter, without dragging down and all that, all the remaining 99 rows, the formula is applied and the value is written there, regardless of the number. Now we are working for 5. It may be 50, it may be 500 or 5000. Actually, first row you fill with the correct formula and all that, automatically it is calculated for other values and all that. All the rows, the columns are automatically filled. That's a great privilege. You can experience that. Thereafter, structured references and all that. Actually, in the previous programs and all that, we used cell references, that is C2 into D4, etc. and all that. Cell references means cell addresses we are using. Here, instead of cell addresses and all that, we can use labels. Whatever label you have given, that label you can use. Now, total marks. Total marks are there. You need not take the cell. Total marks as a label you can take. In this program, you can see that. By that, it looks so professional and all that. Thereafter, automatic expansion. Suppose here it is meant for 5 students. If you want to make it for 10 students and all that, you can make it. Automatically, whatever formulas you applied and all that, those are extended for the remaining 5 also. Not only for rows, for columns also you do that. So automatic application of formulas for rows and columns. All this you have to practically experience that in this project. You can experience that and you enrich your experience. Now, let us see the task description. It is nothing but implementation procedure and all. Actually, first we think of the table title. Whenever we create a table, not only in Excel, in general, real life also, if you create a table, you give a title. Then, don't give just like that. You think of the title should be meaningful and at the same time it should be precise. Few words you have to use. You need not bother about grammar and all that. Okay. Now, what is the appropriate title for this? Students' marks and grading report. Or student mark report is a grade. What is appropriate? What is precise and meaningful? That we have to use. That you take it as the table title. Let us use standard names and this is table title. These are the column headers. Okay, first let us think of table title. Thereafter, one good practice is the program. Which program is this? Now you may remember after some time or few days or few months, you may not know that. If you give this number as an index, if you give it, as soon as you see that what is that you can understand. You need not set. You can save your future time. Time is money. That always you remember and you try to save your future time. That's a very good time. Okay. Then thereafter one line gap we give. Already in the previous program I explained. If you didn't watch that, first to watch that and come to this and all. Here one line gap we give because while creating tables and all that, Excel takes this one, whatever is the first row, it is the table header. But this is not the table header. Actually, this is for us. So this is the table header. That's why one line gap we give. That's a very good practice. Nobody tells you, but if you miss that, you unnecessarily get a headache and waste your time. Okay. Now thereafter, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 columns are there. For every column header. This is table title, the column header. Column headers meaningfully give. The first one is name of the student. Second, third, fourth. Subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, sub 1, subject 2, sub 3. Subject I didn't write because it is bigger. But if you want to put specific subject, you do that. That is like maths, physics, and chemistry. Otherwise, symbolically, if you want to put triple A, triple B, triple C, capitals only, no lower case, you put it. That is up to you and all that. This is the learning stage. Once you get experience and all that, what you have to do, you can learn on your own. I need not tell you anything. Okay. Now, thereafter, what we calculate? Total marks. Total marks means then you give total marks, complete name you give. Don't try to make it shorten and all that. Thereafter, average marks. Average marks means it is every subject is having 100 marks, maximum 100. That's why average marks percentage. Then average you shorten. Average big word, that 8 characters and all. AVG dot you put AVG marks, percentage you put and meaningful. And finally, grade you put. So the seven column headers. This is table title. The difference you have to find out. Now, let us consider the grading norms. Actually, how many scopes are there? How many scopes means somebody gets 10%, somebody may get 25%, somebody may get 75%, somebody may get 62%. How many scopes are there means many people tell 100, not 100, 101. What is the reason? 0 to 100. The minimum mark, somebody does not write anything and all that, then he may get 0. And the highest mark is 100. So just to apply your common sense. So 101 are there. Now, how to write this thing? Actually, while writing code and all that, actually some smart issue is there that you have to understand. So here, first let us consider the distinction. 70 to 100. What is the maximum mark? 100. In defined, nobody can get more than 100. So greater than or equal to 70. What is that? I write a single character. Distinction. Next one, first class. As far as first class is concerned, what is the range? 60 to 69. Here, greater than or equal to 60. That is enough. You need not write less than or equal to 69 because this defines the upper limit of this. Then which class is this? This is first class. Next, what is the range for second class? Greater than or equal to 50. What does it mean? 50 to 59, that is second class. Okay, thereafter third class. Third class is pass percentage is 35. That is minimum mark for pass percentage 35. So greater than or equal to 35. 35 means 35 to 49. Then this is third class. Then actually this we need not define. What is that? 0 to 34, 35 values. Actually here in our code, in all other programming languages also, else is there. Else means that is fail. Means what is the minimum mark? 0. Every range is covered. It covers 70 to 100. It covers 60 to 69. It covers 50 to 59. It covers 35 to 49. What are the remaining numbers? 0 to 35. So else is fail. This is the way smart code we write. First we have to understand that. Thereafter there is a big complex formula is there. Once you understand that, you never get any doubt. Then you write that code. For that little practice, because this is a project, nobody expects that you write it as a third program. But in our system it is possible. You do it. At the end of that, you enjoy like anything. Enjoy the real sense of achievement.